How to create a settlement instruction. To create a settlement instruction, the user needs to be in Deals and confirm that all deals appear in the blotter. The blotter will show the value date, the action, the currency pair, the amounts, and the rate applicable. But most importantly, it will show if the deal has been confirmed. If the deal is not confirmed, settlement will not take place. To create a settlement instruction, the user needs to click on the Create Settlement Instruction tab from the Manage Settlement Instructions screen. This will now provide the user with the ability to create and see the actual library of settlements. Click on the Create Settlement Instruction button. Under Instruction Type, there are three options: Standard Settlement Instruction, Non-Standard Settlement Instruction, and Debit Account. Standard settlement instructions may not be an option for all users. We will begin with the debiting account. Click Debit Account. In most cases, the debiting account must be a Westpac account, regardless of the dominant currency. The instruction reference is for the user to give a specific reference to how they would like to name the trading account. For example, an Australian dollar trading account. Select the nominated currency for that account. Put in the full BSB and account number with no spaces or dashes. The full account name refers to the account holder and corresponds to what appears on the account statement. Because the accounts are domiciled with Westpac, the SWIFT code applicable is the standard Westpac SWIFT code. Select Look Up. What appears is the Westpac Banking Corporation for all branches of Australia. By clicking this code, it will populate through to the screen. For Westpac New Zealand domiciled accounts, the Westpac New Zealand SWIFT code will apply. For debiting accounts, once all information has been provided, simply click Submit for authorization. This is the template. The U shows that the settlement instruction has been created but has not yet been authorized. A user may choose to authorize at this point by clicking on the Actions menu and selecting Authorize. A user can also wait to authorize later. As one part of the transaction has been created, and the user may wait until the other part of the transaction is complete. The other part of the transaction is identifying what bank account is being credited. Under Instruction Type, select Non-Standard Settlement Instruction. This profile is used for self-accounts, crediting your own accounts domiciled with Westpac or other banks, as well as third-party payments internationally in any currency. Fill in the instructions reference. This could be a specific supplier or any name you want to use as a quick reference for the payment. This information will not be flowed through onto the payment instructions itself. Select the currency you have traded, the account number relating to the customer, the full account name of the receiving party. Because of the international SWIFT standards, only 35 characters are permitted in this specific field. If, for example, your beneficiary name is too long, you can continue it through to the next line. This will enable the ability to continue through with beneficiaries that have got long account names. Certain countries, like Canada, it is mandatory to provide a full beneficiary address as well. If you have been provided a SWIFT code, then insert the code into the SWIFT code box. If you have not been given a SWIFT code, but you have been given the name of a bank, then just fill in the bank name and click on Look Up. You will be provided with a selection to choose from. If you are not sure which SWIFT code to select, it is best advised to choose the code that represents the head office of the bank. This is usually indicated by 3 X's. Select the code and the screen will be pre-populated. Purpose of payment refers to the description of the payment, such as an invoice or commercial contract. This will be given the option to then process or add more information during the actual settlement. For specific currencies, there is a specific drop-down menu for when a user needs to send monies to certain countries with restrictions or mandatory requirements regarding the purpose of payment. Once you've selected the SWIFT code for the bank, the specific rules appear referring to the mandatory requirements by the central banks of those countries. You will be required to confirm the purpose of the payment for each payment. However, these can be changed during the settlement process if necessary. In the additional details box, you can make reference to the invoice number or whatever you choose and then click Submit. The user is also provided with the option of including an email address, which will remain for all payments to this entity. This will enable the recipient to receive advice of payment. The user can also include their own internal email address so that a copy of the payment can be kept on record. A library of emails can be created, and you will have the option of choosing either a group email or an individual email. Then simply select Submit. Email addresses can be added during the actual settlement. You will see on the Manage Settlement Instructions page the transaction. You can see the party receiving the funds, their account number, the beneficiary bank, the SWIFT code, the currency of choice, and that it's stated as an NSI, which is Non-Standard Instruction, and the reference. The U refers to the fact that it has not yet been authorised as a settlement instruction, or an active settlement instruction. An email status shows there's something attached but has not yet been authorised. Press the Refresh button to see the full library of your settlements. The user can then select just the unauthorised settlements and has the option to go through each settlement individually to see all details. By selecting the Actions menu, the user can then proceed to authorise the payment. The user also has the option to view the details of each settlement by selecting View Details. The user can also select the Print option, which shows that all the information has been populated on the screen so that there is a complete audit verification of the transaction. If all information seems correct, then the user can choose to authorise the settlement. The user can provide the token password and token number and then select OK. The user can then see the settlement has been authorised. Once the authorisation is complete, the user will see that in the blotter, the status has been changed from U to E. E means that Westpac has enriched the process, and A, under email status, means that it is authorised and ready to use. The library can be filtered by currency, or the account name, the account number, or the beneficiary provided. You still have the dynamic filtering by just clicking on the account, and it changes the order in which the instructions will appear. The same applies for beneficiary bank, SWIFT codes, etc. By clicking All as an option, you will see the library and settlement instructions already available, and with the current statuses clearly displayed as well. This is how to create a settlement instruction.